Aaron Dillaway,
Nathan Young,
Wolf Eyes.
since '97. It's not like we thought, we're like, okay, this will be a good idea, you know? It's like, it so happened that we were all in the same spot at the same time, you know? It's like, shit, I grew up in Chelsea, Dillaway grew up in fucking Brighton, and they're like, you know, not close by any means, you know? And John in Lansing, and there's that few of shows going on that we were able to like meet each other and realize like, hey, shit, we all join together and do something instead of like being all, you know, hey, I'm doing this, you're doing that. Just like, man, let's just call it one thing. It's, you know what, it's just a name, you know. Yeah, our next album's gonna come out on Sub Pop. We just signed the contract yesterday. Well, yeah, well, I think it goes back to like just that we don't, it's just another one-off. It's, you know, between Trouble Man, let's name off some of the labels that we've done stuff with. You know, Trouble Man, Polymori, right? Smaller releases are ideas, you know, and things that we're thinking about, you know, and just strange circumstances. Like, oh, this was a really weird circumstance. This is a great recording, you know, put that out, you know, whatever. And then the larger releases are like we try to represent what we do, you know, live, you know, the larger stuff. Just, you know, so, you know, people come see us. They're not. They know, you know, okay, well, the majority of the people who got this record are going to understand. They're going to understand, like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what they sound like. They're not going to be confused, like, well, you know, they're just a total collage of sounds, you know. It's more true to what we do live. That's the only way we treat, you know, larger releases and like the Sub Pop thing. I mean, but the the funny thing about that is it's going to be our most fucked up album yet. Like, this is our opportunity to like be able to do anything and everything we want to do, you know. And it's like, okay, let's just make the most fucked up thing we possibly can. It's not like, okay, you know, let's represent ourselves how we are. Let's, you know, it's like we've done that. Let's just take everything and make the most fucked up thing we possibly can. It's like, why not? It's like, psh, what's the difference? That's, you know, fuck them.
And they'll be into it no matter what it is.
Yeah, they'll be into it. That's the thing. They're really supportive. They're like, yeah, go ahead, do whatever you guys want to do. And hopefully, you know, when they get the album, they're not gonna be like, I don't know. But at the same time, you know, they're just like, well, shit, you guys wanted to do it. last tour we went on, we show up at like, say, all right, I'll just take Madison for instance. That was the first show I really realized it. We showed up at Madison, and there's a lot of people hanging out that I wouldn't expect to see at the show. You know, there was a lot of people there really wanting to see something that was, you know, experimental, or, you know, something bizarre, you know, something that's not part of what's going on per se. And then, you know, I read an article in the San Francisco paper. It pretty much was like nailing the head there, right there, to, you know, being like, yeah, there is a revitalization of people's interest in like fucked up music, you know, just strange stuff, you know, whatever you want to call it. From one show to the next, there'll be people sitting cross-legged, you know, and then the next night there'll be people totally at each other's throats, just throwing each other around, you know, beer bottles flying, and, you know, either way it's great, you know. Quote from John Olson. He's not here, so it's a quote from John Olson. It's a celebration of middle fingers, you know, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's no big deal. It's just a celebration of middle fingers, you know, and it's, people need that and want that. It's like, whatever. That's what we need and what we want too. It's like, fuck. We work 9 to 5 jobs, we come home, and it's like, man, I worked hard today. Like, this sucks. You know? And I go jam and I feel better, and I still have that like attitude, like, man, fuck, you know. But we go on the road, things are really good, you know, and it is a celebration, you know. It is a total celebration. So in that respect, maybe it does come out of like a little bit of frustration, but it's the escape from the frustration, you know. It's like, man, life is cool, you know. Everything is good. People are nice, you know. And people do appreciate what we're doing. Whoever thought, you know, people would actually appreciate it. I mean, when we, fuck, whoever thought there would be like 13-year-olds like buying our fucking like, you know, fucked up spray painted tapes, you know. So they probably don't even own a tape player, but they're gonna go buy one, you know. It's like, whoever fucking thought.
We played this show in Detroit, and you know, this girl came over and she was looking at the Triple R recycled tape that Wolf Eyes just did, and I started trying to, you know, explain the series to her, and she's like, oh yeah, I got the Sudden Infant one. And I'm just
She's like 13, dude. When I was 13, fuck, I don't even know what I was doing. Probably like squashing bugs or something, you know. I don't know. We met Smegma. You know, we were like, all right, dude, that's it. You know, fuck, we're gonna be, you know, 60 years old and just still doing our thing, you know, putting out tapes, and just, it was a real life affirmative thing. We're like, damn, well, shit, you know, fuck it, that's great. You know, work a shitty job and just really enjoy your time off, you know. Hopefully you know, a lot of people realize that is a good thing to do, you know? Really just enjoy your time off, you know, enjoy life. In the beginning it was like all about like, hey man, I made this really fucked up thing, look how fucked up it looks. And it's just like, you know, then you record it and you're like, I don't know man, it doesn't even sound that cool, but it sure looks cool. So nowadays it's not even about that, it's like whatever, you know, guy here, guy there, input, output, you know, play a tape, you know.
Definitely, you know, we like the kind of grimier sounds, you know, that we can get out of things, you know.
There's
like,
a homemade aesthetic that will always be there. I mean, fuck. It happened because we didn't have any money. There was no money. Fuck. Found a mixer in the garbage today, you know. Hey, found this EQ, man. Seriously. The first thing I ever made, dude, this is like, I got off tour with Nautical Almanac, and that band in the beginning was just guitar, bass, and drums more or less, with a couple like, well, we had a metal detector or something, you know, like, you know, nothing too special. A big spring on a mic, you know. And all my equipment was it was lost. It was in New Orleans somewhere, and I got home and cracked open a keyboard. You know, I was like, fuck, I need something to play. And I was like, this sounds okay. I wish it would go wah or something, you know. So I like broke the top off, put my finger on it, you know. Whoa. There you go. That was it, you know. I think that's just how everybody does it too. It's just shit, you want something to sound cooler, so you're like, I'm going to make it sound cooler somehow. You know? Put your finger on it, jam a fork in there, whatever. If a bunch of like 13 to 17 year olds can like mosh to drones, just then, you know, there's got to be hope in the world. It's like, man, you know, if that can incite like that much of a feeling, it's like, fuck, dude. You know, shit, maybe we shouldn't play our song.
I mean, there's a lot of shitty music, you know. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of
People
kids
getting
are,
stuff pushed down their throats.
and so kids are, you know, are looking for, you know, out of the ordinary stuff, maybe, you know. I know I was when I was younger, you know.
Fuck, the world's fucked up. I would, you know, and I am, and I continue to look for things that are not a part of what's going on per se, you know, that what's, you know, what I can buy at fucking Tower Records or something, you know. I've always been looking for something like that. And it just goes, you know, now we're able to offer that to these kids, and it's great. You know, it makes me feel good, and shit, it gives me something to fucking listen to too. You know, big time. And hopefully those kids will go out and start their own labels, and it seems like that's what's happening. You know, there's a lot of kids doing their own thing, and it's great. I mean, couldn't ask for anything more. Shit.